Hey there, friends. Welcome back to Second Star to the Left. I'm Michelle, and this is my daughter, Billy.
Hi.
And here's where we'll share board game reviews, ramblings, and a few wrong turns along the scenic route. We are here today to talk about the newest game coming from ButtonShy, and that is FantasyForm. And this was sent to us for preview by ButtonShy, so we want to thank them for sending this to us. Thank you for sending this to us. If you've been watching along with our channel for a while, then you would have seen a video that we did a long time ago called Going Solo, where we listed some of our then favorite solo games on ButtonShy. And one of the games that we listed was SpaceShipped. SpaceShipped is a solo space trading game of buying and selling resources, upgrading your ship, crew, and equipment, dealing with pirates, and making deals. Make enough to buy 2 expensive exotic stones before the pirates do, or your ship takes too much damage. We really enjoyed SpaceShipped, but if I had to choose between space theme and fantasy theme, even though I love space, I'm going to choose fantasy. So when I heard that FantasyForm was coming, and it was the spiritual successor to SpaceShipped, I was very excited. It does share a lot of similar mechanics, but there are differences between the two games. In FantasyForm, alchemists study the secrets of transforming their bodies into powerful elemental forms capable of impossible feats. A rival alchemist seeks to abuse this ability for their own gain. Push your skill to the limits and defeat them before they reach their full power.
Are you not using it for your own gain?
Well, but we're not the bad guy.
Oh, okay. Why are they the bad guy?
Because they're our rival. Did you not listen?
Oh, okay.
Okay.
We're just altruistically doing the same thing and also getting money.
Yes, because we're the good guy, they're the rival. You were not listening.
Oh, okay.
So FantasyForm is a solo-only game where the player is trying to defeat a rival alchemist. And you're going to do this by upgrading the things that you carry, your companions, the artifacts, trading for essences in the market to get more money so that you can upgrade yourself to an elemental form capable of defeating your rival. That sounded really simple, didn't it? Mm-hmm. To start out, you're going to take your rival card, which has a nifty little counter on the back for once your rival gets there, to let you know just how much threat is heading your way.
I thought you were just using the wrong card.
I wasn't using the wrong card. You start out without your rival, and after the first round, your rival starts to cause trouble.
So you create your own villain, like Batman.
You pretty much do. You pretty much do. So then we're going to have our card to keep track of our money. And on top of that, we're going to put our starting companion and make it so that it says 10. They're called shards, but money.
10 money.
10 money. Your starting form is going to be your Alchemist. And unfortunately, my Alchemist says art coming soon. And I should mention that all the cards that we're using are prototype, and there can be changes between what you see and what will be the final product, because the Alchemist now looks like this.
Wait, so it's not just floating text? Ominous floating text?
I know you would like that one.
I thought that's what it was going to be. I was so excited.
Shush you. Then we're going to take our artifact and we're going to put it onto the right side of the card so that it marks that we have a starting health of 5.
We won't for long.
We won't have starting health of 5 for very long. Correct. We should also point out, like we do in any of our preview videos, that this is not a rules teach. We should put it really big across the bottom of the screen.
We're bad at rules.
We're bad at rules. We're going to get rules wrong. But what I do want to give you is the sense of how this game plays and what it feels like to play it, so you can decide for yourself whether you're interested in checking out this game. To set up the rest of the game, you're going to form rows. And for the purpose of this video, I'm kind of stacking the rows so that we can keep everything
columns?
No, there's still rows.
It's a column of rows.
For the purpose of this video, I'm kind of stacking them. You can set them out horizontally a little bit further.
We just have to make them fit in the frame.
We have to make them fit here.
In the camera frame.
In the bottom row, you're going to have your upgrade row, which can be upgrades of companions, of elemental forms, or of artifacts. In the encounter row, you're going to put 3 cards with the encounter side face up, and all of these cards serve 3 purposes on this side. You're going to have your Outlands encounter on top, your Forge encounter in the middle, and your market prices down at the bottom. Then in the top row, the ethereal row,
Buy high, sell low.
you're going to be putting out 6 cards, or whatever adds up to 6 between what you have in the ethereal row and what you can carry in your pack. You can tell how much you can keep in your pack by looking at your form, and in the right corner it will say what you can. So right now we can carry 2 things in our pack. We don't have anything in our pack though, so this becomes a discard. If you look at this ethereal row, you'll see that some of these don't have essences. They are just forms. You can never buy a form from the ethereal row. You can only upgrade from this upgrade row. From this row, you're going to be buying your essences at whatever the market value is, but keeping an eye on what the market value will be next so that you can decide whether it's a good investment or not. For example, I really don't want to buy this Marshall essence for 3 because next round I could only sell it for 1.
Mm-hmm.
So,
but it would be good to invest in the
blue one is called a radiant essence, and yes, if I could afford it, I could buy it for 6 and sell it for 12, but also it's not up here this round.
Oh, that's a shame, actually.
Now, one of the things that I'm very bad at is using the powers that your companion and your artifact give you. For example, our starting companion says once per turn you may move the rightmost card in the ethereal row to the left end of the ethereal row. The reason that's important is because at the end of every turn I'm going to discard this card, move these over, flip this one over here, move these over, and flip this one here. So I will know some of what's coming up in the next turn. The other power that we have right now is on our artifact, and it says once per turn you may look at the back of the rightmost card in the ethereal row, so I can see what our next encounter might be. I'm going to tell you again, I forget this all the time. Also, your essences have powers, and we'll get to them when we buy and sell them. I'm
not sure I've ever seen you use the essence power. I feel like that would help.
I said we're not going to be great at playing this game, but we really love to, so we're just going to show you how it works. So why don't we get started? I will play a round or two so that you can see how the elemental forms come into play, how hard it is for me personally to save any money, and what it looks like when your rival starts to attack. Okay, so let's get started.
Yes.
On your first turn, you're going to look at the Outlands encounter, and it says an ancient font of power emits raw magical energy. What that means for us is we may buy any number of essences for 1 shard less than the listed market price.
Ooh.
Now, we've already looked at the essences, though, and anything we buy is going to go down in value for the next 2 turns.
Excuse you, not the shadow essence. And you can get it cheaper, increasing your profit.
The shadow essence is going to go up 2 if we can hold on to it.
It would go up 3 because you're only paying 2 for it.
Oh, that's good. See, that's why you're here.
Wow.
I'm not good with the money. We're going to buy the shadow essence for
Shouldn't you read the
2.
other? Okay.
I'll tell you what it is. We're going to take 2 off of our thing. See, no rules. The shadow essence.
No rules?
Teaching the rules. All right, so the shadow essence, you can discard this to shuffle the ethereal row into the discard pile, then re-deal the same number of cards back into the ethereal row.
Then you couldn't sell it.
Yes, no, then I would just lose those to use the power.
I think right now it's more valuable to sell it.
In order to buy an elemental form, you have to have 20 shards.
Yes.
20. We start with 10, which, by the way, is the easy mode. You can start with less to increase the difficulty of the game. I never do.
Is there a limit to how many purchases you can make each turn?
No, you can spend as much as the money you have, but you can't carry more than 2 things in your pack unless you upgrade. So that was our Outlands encounter. Now we're going to move to the Forge encounter. And this one says, an itinerant cleric offers to heal your wounds. And that means for us, we can spend up to 3 shards to heal damage equal to the number of shards spent. Well, we're still at full health, so we're not going to do anything with that one. And now we have the market value of this. We could actually sell this and make 1 shard right now.
I think that's bad.
We're going to hold off until we get a little further.
Wait, where does it go when you say, discard? Discard?
Yeah, it goes to the discard.
You couldn't just keep buying and selling for infinite money loop?
No, so if I sell this back, it goes to this side of the ethereal row. And it goes back up, which also gives you more turns in your round. Because your round is going to end when you're down to just 1 card up there. So we're not going to sell right now because it'll be worth way more later.
Yes.
So we're going to wait. So we're going to put this one in the discard.
And not hit the microphone.
Slide these 2 Flip this one over, slide these two, this one, and I'm going to adjust these just because. So you can see we have less cards in the ethereal row now, and that's how the round will end. Eventually you'll go to move things, there'll only be one card left up there, and then you will reset all of the rows. But for now, our Outlands encounter says gain 2 shards unless you have this symbol, which we do not. So we're going to gain 2 shards. So basically we got our money back from the other deal. In our Forge encounter, a feral pack of beast folk are drawn to the fires of civilization. Take 2 damage if you have a torch. So you start with a torch.
A bunch of moth people are trying to eat your fire.
And yeah, and we have not upgraded yet, so now we have to take 2 damage.
That was 1 damage. There you go.
We only had 5 to start, so...
That
2.
heal would be useful right about now.
It would. So now we can decide, do we want to sell yet? Do we want to wait 1 more?
1 more.
See, but the only thing up here to buy is the life essence, which right now is 5 and will continue to go down.
You
or
should
the
buy
martial
a martial essence as just an investment.
It's 1, and I could discard it to deal...
To negate damage, right?
Yeah.
So that's a good thing to hold on to. And it's cheap.
You're making me spend money. I told you I'm bad at the money.
You have to spend money.
Okay, I'm gonna...
That's part of the game. If you never spend money, you're gonna die.
Okay, so I'm going to spend some money on this right here. So,
You have to take 1 down, though.
okay, so there we go. Billy made me spend the money.
Because otherwise you were gonna just do nothing that turn.
Okay, well that happens. So then we're gonna shift the cards.
What was the
that one
fortune
over.
counter? Oh, the torch. What was the... I'm bad at separating things in my brain.
And then we're gonna go here. We're gonna flip this one over. Now we have 2 up here. So we're gonna want to think about selling stuff.
Hey, look, a martial essence is gonna be worth 3 in a couple turns.
In a couple turns. Gotta
And
hold
right
on.
now, shadow essence is worth 5.
Okay, so but we got to get through our encounters first.
But
Stop
I'm just
playing
saying-
with the money. So in our Outlands encounter, it says, strangely, the Outlands are peaceful and calm. Travelers venture forth. Venture. You may hire an available companion for 2 fewer shards than their listed cost. So our companions are a mercenary who has all of these symbols, a bandit who has these 2, and a healer who at the start of any turn you may pay 1 shard to heal 1 point of damage.
That's handy.
I'm going to take the... Ooh, that's 5. Do we want to spend 5 right now?
We're about to make 5, so it's an even trade.
Okay, so we're going to spend 5. And what happens then is... Well, this will go to 4. And this will move here and be on 4. And this goes in its spot. It doesn't get discarded.
So you're just constantly hiring and firing people? You're a terrible boss. That's so mean. You're like in a dungeon right now or something, and you're just like, all right, good luck on your own, bud.
Oh, it was 2 fewer shards than their listed cost, so I get 2 of those back. Okay, so for our Forge encounter, a mindless shambler lurches in from the wastes, slowly pursuing travelers. We lose an essence unless we have this symbol, which
Seems kind of
we
harsh.
don't, which means we have to lose one of these.
Because it's pursuing people.
So we're
going
gonna lose the martial one because
It's very harsh.
I want to get money for this one.
So
Goodbye.
it was a good idea to buy an extra essence, wasn't it?
Sure. Okay, now we can do market things.
Market things.
Like
Like sell the shadow essence.
And we're going to sell the shadow essence and get 5 shards. That was a good one. Then we're going to discard this one, move everything over, slide these over, flip it, and go like this. One of the things that was changed is kind of how finicky things are. And in SpaceShipped, I always felt it was a little bit more finicky than this. And in this one, I feel like it's a little bit more streamlined and the actions are quicker and it moves a little bit faster. That is my opinion based on who knows what. Let's try that. Acidic fogs drift across the path and leech you of your strength. Lose 3 shards unless you have this symbol. And guess what we don't have?
That symbol?
So, boom, right back down. We have to get 20 or we cannot fight back. In your basic form, you cannot attack your rival. You have to upgrade to your elemental form for 20 shards before you can attack. Otherwise, when your rival attacks, you just sit there and get attacked, which is not great. Okay, for our Forge encounter, it says you fail to notice the hole developing in your pack until it's too late. If you have more than 1 essence in your pack, lose 1. We have no essences. We're
So
good.
We probably just lost like our rations, the food for the week. And
Market prices are not going to affect us because there's a shadow essence for 3. That's not going to get us any more money. We're not buying any of these because we got rid of him.
it's always good to have an essence on hand.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
No.
Get the essence.
No.
Get the essence.
No.
I'm telling you.
That essence is worth 3.
Yes.
I only have 8. I have to get to 20.
Yes.
Ugh. This is on Billy. All right, so we're going down to 5 so that we can have a shadow essence. Because of Billy. Guess what that means?
What?
This round's over.
Okay.
Because
was it not going to be if it wasn't?
No, we would have got one more turn. Because
would there have been more things to buy?
Just whatever's under here. So there wouldn't have been more essences to buy. So when you're down to just 1 in this row, then you're going to gather these up. You're going to put them in the discard. And you're going to check for conditions. In this case, since we haven't chosen a rival yet, we're going to flip this card over and our rival's going to appear. And the way we do that is to go through this deck, and the first elemental form we come across becomes our rival. And so our rival is the fire elemental form. He has 5 health. He does not attack us this time. We have 3 health, and we're down to 5 money because Billy made us buy an essence. So now we're going to shuffle up this deck, and we're going to reset the rows. We're going to zip through this turn a little bit so that you can see what happens when your rival attacks, and when you don't, as I'm assuming we're not going to, have an elemental form, and then we'll tell you what happens if you manage to save 20, but Billy keeps making me spend the money. That's all I'm going to say. Don't watch me for strategy. Just, this is how the game plays, and it's fun to try and beat the cards. And if you're paying attention to all the information on the cards, because all of the cards are multi-use, you will do much better than I'm doing right now. Okay, but in this case, this means our rival gets to attack us, and we have to take 2 damage.
Oh, game over? Oh. Wait, can you heal first?
No, because it's not the start of our turn.
Oh, you donked up.
I'll just put...
No. You have to be honest with the people.
So at the end of every round, this particular rival will do 2 damage. And what's going to happen is then we will turn the card to show that there are going to be 3 more tries for him to kill us, which didn't take very long at all. If we had had an elemental form, then we would have been able to attack by paying 4 shards for every attack. So not only do you have to come up with 20 shards to buy it, but you also have to pay 4 for every attack and try and get his health down to, where ours is. Overall, I still love the puzzle of this game. I love that it's similar to SpaceShipped. And by the way, this game is on Kickstarter right now, and reprints of SpaceShipped and expansions are also going to be included in this campaign.
Nice.
So if you like space better than fantasy, you might be able to get in there. Also, if you get this right now on Kickstarter, there is an expansion included that's called Frozen Over. And it says, a heavy blizzard sits above the outland. Sudden snows and cruel winds change the landscape in the blink of an eye. Along with the cold comes new alchemical opportunities to explore.
Nice.
So you get that just for backing the Kickstarter. Pros for this game. What do you like about this game?
I really like the aspect of the... I'm not sure what to call it. Just the trading, the buying and selling and trying.
You like the market portion.
I do. I like the market portion.
I'm so bad at the money, and I'm always trying to save up for that 20 that I don't take enough risk to get the money. Mm-hmm. Where you just kept making me buy things, and we actually got some more money.
Oh, you mean we did a lot better this time than you usually do? Yeah. And if you maybe didn't hold me back those times you held me back, we could have maybe not died.
Okay.
I'm just saying.
I like the fact that if you're paying attention, you can kind of see what's coming in your next turn.
What do you mean, kind of? It shows you.
I play very reactively, so I'm never looking forward.
You can plan 2 turns ahead.
You can. That's if you want to win things. I do still think there's a bit of finickiness in moving the cards around, but the way it works this time, where that row just keeps emptying until you reset, it just makes it feel a little less like there's a lot of work between turns and a little more like you're just trying to see what comes next, like what's off the deck. So I really like this a lot better. I love the art. I love the fantasy theme.
I like it. It's fun and good, and I like it.
Again, I want to thank ButtonShy for giving us this preview copy. You guys know, if you've watched, that I love ButtonShy games, especially the solo ones, and this SpaceShipped was one of the first ones that was in our solo rotation, so it was really good. I think
this might be one of the ButtonShy solos I play the most, ultimately.
Yes. It's great. It does take up some table space, so it's not tiny, but no more than,
but it's very satisfying.
Yeah, it
Plus,
really is.
It'll be very fun to, like, win and then say, haha, I won and you can't. And that'll be nice. See? That'll feel good.
One of these days I'm going to make you play and I'll be the person that heckles. So.
But then you'll just be sad because I'll win.
Anyway, if this looks like something you might be interested in, then you should definitely check it out. It's on Kickstarter now, and I will put all that information down below. Thank you for watching. If you like what you see,
or if you'd like to keep watching until we get one right,
then please like, subscribe, and share. If you want to find us on social media, including on our Discord, where we can talk about all games, including ButtonShy, that information will be down below too. As always, open tables, open minds, and play your shelves.
Bye!
It lined up really well, so I didn't have to fake it.
Oh, nice. They're gonna think you faked it, because that was too good.
If you like what you see.
And if you like to keep watching too, never mind, that's not how I phrase it.
Try that again?
Yeah.